All right, looking at the human rights atrocity that is genocide through the lens. South African-born film director and award-winning contemporary artist Barry Salzman is using his passion to depict ethnic cleansing in its raw form, untouched by any photographic wizardry. His work is on show at the Cape Town Air Fair, which starts this weekend. Tanya Nefdt takes a look.
They say a picture tells 1,000 words. These are just some of the stark images of a series of 100 photographs taken at Kabuka village, Rwanda in 2018. Items of clothing retrieved from a mass grave more than 2 decades after the Rwandan genocide. A series of work captured through the lens of South African award-winning contemporary artist Barry Salzman. He's preparing to exhibit his never-before-seen images at the Investec Cape Town Art Fair.
I'm exhibiting 2 projects. The one project deals with landscapes, abstract landscapes from sites of genocide around the world, but for the art fair it specifically deals with the Namibian and the Rwandan genocides. And then the second body of work I'm showing is a series of clothes that were recovered from a mass grave in Rwanda. I was at the excavation site as those clothes were being recovered, and that project really for me is, I think of it as a series of portraits of people, posthumous portraits of people as represented by the clothes they were wearing on the last day of their lives.
Salzman's interest in photography started in his teenage years in an apartheid South Africa. It was then when the interest in the injustices against humanity was sparked.
For the last decade, my art practice has dealt very much with the idea of the recurrence of genocide. I became very interested after looking at the Holocaust, where the whole world said never again, and yet we did it again and again and again. And then in 1994, after Rwanda, the whole world said we never again, and we continue as a society to enable perpetrators of genocide. So I've worked very much on the recurrence of genocide across the 20th century.
The images that will be displayed in a much larger form were captured through the lens with no manipulation.
I'll do no compositing or, at all in Photoshop afterwards. I'll do basic retouching, but it's important to the integrity of the work that the work is created in a single exposure in camera.
Salzman joins a host of creatives at this year's art fair that's finally open to the public for the first time since the pandemic. Tanya Nefdt, Cape Town.